Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're back, and instead of doing, well, we are doing Swiss technically, but we're trying the 6222 Swiss. So this is, I guess, I feel like it's better than Swiss because if you win, you get 6 packs instead of 3, but the only way to not get any rewards is to go 1-2 or 0-3, so hopefully I don't do that bad. Otherwise, I'll pretty much be getting paid out the same most of the time. I feel like I've gone 2-1 most of the time. All right, we got collective effort here. Tap an untapped creature you control. Destroy a creature power 4 or greater. Destroy an enchantment. Yeah, this card seems good. Let's play collective effort and give it a try here. There's also a clear shot in here. Courageous Outrider. Ingenious Scab, Abundant Maw. There's some good cards in here, but we're going to try out collective effort. This seems really good to me. I like it. Versatile. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not already. Also, check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Inez27. Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays are my scheduled stream days. Occasionally do days beyond that. All right, we got Extricator. Pass this card. I feel okay taking it. What else is in here that's good? Mockery is just fine. Alchemist's Greeting is actually pretty good, but I think Extricator is a really strong card. I mean, if you can get Delirium going, this guy flips into a pretty big threat, and it can, convert your creatures that are going to die already or smaller creatures into 3/2 Vigilance. So I like Extricator. I'm gonna take him here and not look back. Yeah. All right. Providence. Another Extricator? Jeez. Well, if you end up playing too many, you're just going to sack all your permanents. I could take the Choking Restraints. It's removal. It's pretty premium removal for white. I said during my video spoiler series for this set that I do think cards like this and Sleep Paralysis and Bound in Moonsilver got worse now that we have Emerge cards. It kind of gives them something to easily emerge away, but it's still a premium removal spell. 3 mana. It's basically a 3 mana pacifism, but pacifism was fantastic, so I think we're going to take this over the second Extricator, even though, like I said, I do think Extricator is a very good card. I'm just going to take a Restraints over the second one, I think. Okay, so we have a Survivalist, which is pretty good. We have this Guardian, which isn't great, but keeps us in white, gives us a 2-drop. It's fine. Certainly a fine card. I like the Outcast actually quite a bit. I think this card's really good. I'm not sure if either of these cards necessarily indicate I should go into their respective colors for them. Like, it might just be in my best interest to just actively cut white cards right away and hold off. I mean, this one's perfectly playable. I don't think there's any chance I'm going to cut it. And if we do end up opening or getting past something that's super indicative that the color is open, we can jump into that color. I think that's a safe strategy for now. Okay. Yeah. Still sticking with white, I think. Nothing in here that's too good. I like the Faithbearer Paladin. I think I'm going to take the Dawngryph, though. I'd rather... I think in most formats... Yeah, I can pretty safely say this. You tend to not have problems finding 4, 5, 6 plus drops. Really just making sure you have a ton of 1, 2, and 3 drops is great. I mean, if you could have a deck of all 1, 2, and 3 drops, I don't think you'd ever have a problem with that. And even though I actually like Faithbearer Paladin, I'm going to take the Dawngryph here. So we have Graph Rats, we have Certain Death. This Gnarlwood Dryad's actually pretty late. I think this card's really good. Is it worth jumping into green for? It might be. I already have some incentive to go Delirium with the Extricator. And, Gnarlwood Dryad's a good card. 1 mana, 1/1 Death Touch, never bad. Potentially 1 mana, 3/3 Death Touch. That's really good. That's certainly more premium than Guardian of Pilgrims and a Steadfast Cathar. This kind of tells me green could be open, actually. Certain Death, it is I wouldn't call it a premium removal spell. It deals with anything, which is premium, but A 6 mana cost removal spell is it's expensive. Ooh, Hamlet Captain's actually a really big pickup for us. Green-white's going to have a lot of humans. Granted, we really don't have that many, especially considering Extricator turns into an Eldrazi, and Guardian's not a human, and Gnarlwood's not a human. But still, green-white is the color of the colors of humans, so I think we're going to take it. Although Bloodbrier's got some good synergies with Extricator, I'm still going to take the Captain. It's also an uncommon. Worthy of noting. Okay, no good white. Pretty late Dusk Feaster, but I guess we'll take It of the Horde Swarm, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's certainly playable. We have some stuff we can sack to it already, so sure. All right, Consecrator's looking great for us, actually. We already have the Hamlet Captain, so we have some incentive to go deeper humans. I guess these cards aren't great together. They're okay, though. I mean, you can attack with a 2/3, but this thing is really meant to, like, it's still going to be fine. If we can find enough humans, I'm going to be pretty happy I have it. You know, this Standard Bearer actually does have good synergy with Hamlet Captain, too, I admit. But these tend to go super late, and I think Consecrator's still more premium. All right, I mean, Spectral Reserves is certainly playable. It has some decent synergy with Extricator. And I guess it's actually pretty decent with Collective Effort, too. More than decent. Good with Collective Effort, so let's take it. All right, reserves for days. I don't like this Providence. Not good enough in my mind. Maybe somebody will impress me someday with it, but I assume not. All right, we'll take the Cleansing to cut white and put it in sideboard. Guess we'll take the Axe, but, well, I mean, it's a chance I play it. Not super likely. We're going to let someone have the, well, I guess I can take it, whatever. I don't need to pass black yet. I mean, there's still a chance we don't end up green. At this point, we're pretty much just white. I'd like to be green because, like I said, the Hamlet Captain and Consecrator for green-white seem really good. But considering there are only humans right now, I'm a little bit surprised. This pack's pretty weak for us. We could take the Spreading Flames and splash it. I'm probably okay with that. I'm pretty removal light at the moment. I don't think a Cultist is worth anything anymore. Maybe Chump Change, right? There's also a Lashweed Lurker, which I could splash for, but I'm probably more okay with taking the Spreading Flames here. Otherwise, I could take another Dawngriff, but I'm kind of hunting. I'd kind of like to stick to the humans if I could. Like I said, green-white is supposed to really have a lot of humans, and Spreading Flames feels like a card you can probably splash without too many issues. Ooh, I like Lone Rider a lot. This card is human, which is going to work well with Captain and Consecrator, but I think this card's really strong. Someone mentioned Long Road Home, so I might have to actually try this card at some point. I do like that it deals with tokens, and it also is a pretty good, unfortunately in-step, so it's not really a combat trick. There's also a Sigardian Priest, but I actually think Lone Rider's better. I mean, if you flip this thing, it is very difficult to deal with. Granted, it's not a human anymore once you flip it, but it is a 4/4 first strike lifelink trample, which is just insane. Blessed Alliance is a nice card, actually. I like this card. It's a removal spell. Granted, it's not as good as a lot of other attacking or blocking. This one's just attacking, but they get to sack it. But it's got all these other abilities tacked onto it. I've been pretty impressed for the most part with Blessed Alliance, despite the shortcoming of it. There's another Consecrator in here, another Faithbearer Paladin. We'd like both of those, but we're going to take the removal here. I think we're off to a good start. Like I said, we want some more consistency, and I'd like to move towards more human consistency. If we don't end up with a ton of humans, it's still going to be okay. Here's a good one. We'll take the Survivalist over the Swift Spinner. Yeah, Survivalist is good. It's a human, which works with our Captain and Consecrator. And it's just a good beater otherwise. I kind of want to take the Priest. And we have another shot at Faithbearer Paladin, and we could take a Guardian. But at this point, I am going to take humans. There's also a Woodcutter's Grit, but we're starting to get there a little bit better with the removal, right? We've got the Alliance, Restraints, Effort. Spreading Flames if we still possibly splash it, which could happen. I'm going to take the Priest. Ooh, Consecrator, Ironclad Slayer. We can go deep on these Consecrators. They're certainly going to get better if we have more humans. They are humans. They work well with humans. It seems like we want to go deeper down that path. Field Creeper, I guess, does give us work towards our Delirium, but I'm just a little more interested in our human theme right now. I mean, Ironclad Slayer is actually fine too, but I'm going to take the Consecrator. I mean, Consecrators are going to get really great in multiples. Wow, that's a late Mercurial Geist and Thermo Alchemist. We have Desperate Sentry, which works well with the Extricator. We don't really have anything else. It works well with the Aid of the Horrid Swarm, too. And it's a human. I mean, these are both humans. I do like the Fiendbinder. Fiendbinder's good. I might actually take Desperate Sentry, though, because I'm definitely going to play Extricator. And I don't know if I'm going to play Aid of the Horrid Swarm, though, but still. This card is pretty good. I think Fiendbinder's good, too. That's tough. I'm just going to assume we're going to find more 4, 5, 6 later. So I'm going to take the Desperate Sentry. Let's just cut the Thirsting Axe. I don't think this is happening. I'll take another Sentry over the Lunarch Mantle. I'm fine with that. These Sentries are good. I do know that they're good. Every time I've gone up against them, I've been... It makes attacks more difficult, definitely. So there's a Wolfkin Bond, which we could consider. This is a really late Lashweed Lurker. I mean, there's a chance we could splash this, I guess. It's a powerful effect. I just don't think I'm going to play Wolfkin Bond. I do think it's okay. I feel like since we're already 19 cards in, I'm probably going to be cutting some of these. We're probably just not going to have space for Wolfkin Bond. Granted, we're probably not going to be playing Lashweed Lurker either, but if I get the right fixing, I could see myself playing either of these. Well, we have a Outcast, which if we splash Spreading Flames, I could consider splashing for this. Although the inflatable aspect on the front end is pretty bad on the splash, and being able to flip it seems out of the question. Let's take the Long Road Home. We'll give this card a try. Actually, I don't know if we're going to end up playing it, but it does do stuff, I guess. All right, take the Super Late Consecrator. I don't think we wield the fourth one, unless it's the next pack. But for now, I'm going to cut the white card again. All right, we'll take the Succumb. Turn aside. All right, so basically have a deck already. There's certainly a couple cards we can cut, but we're off to a really great start here. So we've got it's not a start anymore, I guess. We've only got one pack left. I think Griff's Boon is actually more premium than Rabid Bite, especially in a deck that's got these Consecrators, so we can just really push damage through. It just keeps coming back, right? I mean, Rabid Bite is premium removal. You don't really need great bodies for it. You just need high power creatures. I guess we don't have a ton of high power creatures, though. I think I just got to take Griff's Boon. This card has been such a big overperformer. At least it was in Triple Shadows. I imagine it's still great. If we get the Harvest Hand back, which I feel like is likely, we could certainly play that too. We've got plenty of humans at this point, and we're hunting for more. Let's see, Traverse, but I think we just got to take the Inspector. I actually think Unruly Mob is good for this deck too, but Inspector is just fantastic. Just a great card. Missionaries is great. We don't have any equipment, unfortunately. We could still get some, though. Actually, I guess we do. We have Thirsting Axe, sure. I'd consider it. At this point, it seems like Lurker and Spreading Flames probably just aren't going to be worth splashing for. It's still early, there's a chance, but we'll take the Missionaries. I'm actually not passing that much. Actually, this deck would really definitely run Strength of Arms, but I'm going to take the Missionaries because their upside is huge. All right, well, Stone Quarry would, in fact, let us splash Spreading Flames. So this is the point where I ask, I guess, is it worth it? I don't know if it is. Like, I can take Inspiring Captain here and be pretty happy, too. It's another human, which is already great. Pumps all of our dudes, which is great. It's going to work well with Hamlet Captain. I think we just stay a little bit more focused. We probably just get off of this Emerge plan. I'm not a huge fan of the It of the Horrid Swarm, like I said. Lashweed Lurker is definitely good, but I don't know if I want to do it. Maybe if we wheel Stone Quarry, I guess there's a chance. We'll take the Captain. So we have Survive the Night. We have Loam Dryad. Reaper of Flight Moonsilver might just be what we want at our top end. It's a strong card. It's a way to push through damage evasively. It's not a human, but this deck probably can't get Delirium very easily. We have Choking Restraints. We have Sorcery, Enchantment, Enchantment. A bunch of sorceries. No instants. No, that's not true. Blessed Alliance. All right. We probably have the diversity to make it work, but we'll see if we have to. What's our human count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, kind of, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have a lot of humans. 13. Yeah, we have a ton of humans, actually. Right now, it looks like Missionaries is not going to happen. I don't particularly want to play Thirsting Axe. I guess it's okay. Ooh, another Inspector? And a Briarbridge Patrol? I like Patrol, too, but you know how I feel. I love the 16 land decks. Jeez, there's a Hunter in here, too. I mean, Hunter is very good. Like, I could probably pretty easily cut these Spectre reserves. Maybe I play one. I probably am not going to do the Axe and the Missionary. Hunter is a big boy. Hunter is a big, big boy. I love Inspector too, though. I think I'm going to take the Hunter. It's just bigger. It's a big way to win on one card. Inspector number 2 would have been really nice, though. Ooh, Topplegeist, Tamio's Journal. These cards are good. This really doesn't strike me as a Tamio's Journal deck. Not only is it, like, slow for us, since we're probably just trying to aggro beatdown, but on top of that, it doesn't really... There's no, like, bombs to search up. Like, we can search up, like, Restraints or Blessed Alliance, but maybe Collective Effort. It's just not worth it. Let's just take the Topplegeist. I wish we could get Delirium a little bit easier in here. I mean, Inquisitor's human, so I guess we take it. It's also Weirding Wood. Guess we'll take the Inquisitor, though. It is, like I said, it's human. All right, Confront. We can take the Wicker Witch. That's going to help with Delirium. We might actually want the Wicker Witch. There is a chance we want this Wicker Witch. I kind of want the instant, too, though. We have no artifacts, though, and at this point we have enough incentive to work towards that Delirium, right? Topplegeist, Extricator, Gnarlwood, Reaper. These are 4 good cards. 5 cards. Yeah, I guess we'll take the Wicker Witch. So there's a Shard of Broken Glass, so technically we could play the Axe and the Shard. And Shard actually has the bonus of working towards Delirium as well. Unruly Mob seems good for us, though. We have all of these cheap little creatures. Like, basically, I'd have to play at least 2 equipment, I think, to work towards Missionary. And I don't really want to play Shard of Broken Glass and the other thing. So I think I'm just going to take the Mob. Fleeting Memories can definitely be a card. It's annoying to lose against. Epitaph Golem's playable, but... Alright, we did get the Stone Quarry back. I mean... Splashing for the... I got the Shard anyway. Splashing for the Spreading Flames is certainly something I can consider. I just don't think it's necessary. I think Inquisitor's going to get the Axe. It is a human, but we have no value with it. Besides the fact that it's a human. I'd rather just play Wicker Witch for some Delirium upside. We have 5, like I said, 5 cards that really want Delirium pretty badly. I wish we had more ways to gain life. Thankfully, we have a few ways. I'm talking for Lone Rider. I mean, we can buff it. That's one way. We do have the Blessed Alliance, which can do it. Beyond that, I'm not sure, though, that we do have anything else to gain life with. We can pump it in a couple ways, but not a ton of ways. So, Griff Spoon. I guess there are a couple ways where we can we can definitely do it. So it's, I mean, we're certainly going to play it. So I think we just have to make a couple cuts. I think the Inquisitor can get the axe. I think just the fact that we're making cuts is a good reason to not splash. Even though Spreading Flames is a strong card, this looks like we can easily make it into a 16 land deck. We have 1 5-drop. Most of our deck is 1 and 2 drops. And I can easily make just 1 cut here and be fine. Maybe it is Long Road Home. I probably just don't need this card. It seems like it's the weakest card in my deck. It is an instant. And it only leaves us with 1 other instant. Which means creature, enchantment, sorcery. Yeah, we really only have... We have a lot of creatures. Delirium's going to be difficult to get. We have artifact, we have enchantments, we're going to have an instant, and we're going to have a sorcery, but only 1 of each seems unlikely that we're going to be able to... Maybe I could do the Shard of Broken Glass. It helps us get land. I mean, Extricator helps us get land in the yard too, which is nice, but Shard just does a great job of it. If I want to make the Missionaries work, but like I said, I don't want to just do Shard and Missionaries. I think we'd have to do the axe too. I just really don't like the axe that much. I mean, it's cool to be able to like attack for 5, but I just don't know. You don't have to attack either, right? Well, I mean, it makes your guy good defensively. Maybe I should give it more of a chance. The problem is this isn't a defensive deck. This is an offensive equipment, though. You don't really want to put it on a flyer. You just lose your fly. I mean, you deal 4 extra damage, though. Maybe it is better than I'm giving it credit for. Like, if I cut Long Road Home, and I cut, say, maybe the Reaper or a non-human, like Guardian or something. Guardian seems actually pretty good, too, but Reaper also seems good. I'd have to cut 2 cards to be able... 2 more cards to be able to bring the Shard, the Axe, and the Missionaries. It may be worth it to do it. I have 20 creatures. Like, I can easily cut creatures from this deck. And actually, Desperate Sentry wears Thirsting Axe really well. Now that I think about it. Attack for 5. Oh, yeah, I have a lot of Delirium. I had forgotten about the Delirium on this, guys. All right, Shard just seems good for us. Right? I mean, Topplegeist, Dryad, Extricator, Double Desperate Sentry, Survivalist, Reaper. We have a lot of good cards for it. Maybe we do cut the Guardian. It's a non-human. There's also Unruly Mob, but we have all these 1-drops that could die. I prefer to cut non-humans first. Let's cut the Guardian. I guess I'm okay with that. We'll bring in the Shard. We'll bring in the Axe. And we'll bring in the Missionary. So we need to make 2 more cuts. I can cut the Dawn Gryph, I guess. We have a lot of incentive to go heavy human. And we have the Gryph Spoon to make stuff evasive already. Alright, we'll cut the Gryph. I mean, like I said, I really want to go heavy human here. And we're succeeding wonderfully at that. That does not include the Dryad and the Topplegeist, obviously, as things I want to cut. So I could actually cut the Wicker Witch now that I've got the Shard and the Axe. I probably just have less need for this dude. Alright, I'm okay with that too. Our curve is strange, I admit, but it seems good to me. Plus we get to possibly eat something with Missionary. Alright, I like it. This is a cool deck. Our curve is very good. Very low. Keeping busy with our mana still. Alright, yeah, we're going to run it like this. I think with all those we definitely want to do 9-7. We need to see a forest. We need to see a forest right in the beginning. Alright, I like this deck. I don't know how high to rate it, but it seems good. It's got a good plan going for it. Once again, I'm running into the problem of no bombs, but we have removal. We've got cheap creatures. We have... especially with Lone Rider now and the equipment, a lot of means to finish people off. A lot of creatures. Some powerful spells. Yeah. Let's just give this deck a solid B and be happy about it. Good curve. Removal. Removal could have been better. This could have been high B territory, I think, if we had just like a Purge or something else. But as is, I'll give it probably similar to what my last deck was, probably around 85% again. All right, let's run it like this. We'll see round one. I just realized that I said earlier that you can use Thirsting Axe defensively. You cannot. At the beginning of your instep, if it didn't deal damage to a creature, then you have to sacrifice it. So you basically have to equip and attack with it, which is okay. Once again, it's still fine for this deck because this deck is supposed to be attacking, especially with these Consecrators, you know, additionally buffing stuff. So yes, I'm still going to try it out. Wait, does it not? I guess it doesn't work with missionaries, though, does it? Maybe that is a problem. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That kind of backfired, I guess. Missionaries, Thirsting Axe don't work well together. I don't know if I have a good swap now, though. Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm a little bit more concerned because this doesn't flip until the instep. So, I mean, technically you could exile, but then they get it back right away. I mean, that's not necessarily true. You can also just attack with it. It means they have to block and kill it. We'll still give it a try. It's definitely non-bowish now that I'm looking at it, though. But I wanted to try this card out. And this seems like with a deck with 18 creatures seems like a deck that can run it. Give it a try. We have plenty of creatures that we can throw away fairly comfortably, too, right? Like Consecrators and stuff like that. All right, we're entering round one.